Hi everyone, I'm Emly. Welcome to Cozen Frequency. We are starting the broadcast where we discuss the technological developments in the third week of October. Let's take a quick look at this week's news. Microsoft has released an installation guide for the 32-year-old Linux operating system. Windows 12 subscription Apple AirTag victims on the rise. Spotify cuts features from free version in India. Battery capacity, NASA's first manned Starliner Flight A chatbots out of the Meta. Strange guidance from Microsoft after 32 years, support for older versions coming. Microsoft may be a bit confused these days. Linux is an operating system released in 1991. Many people even think of the penguin, which is also the Linux logo. So why has Microsoft published a guide to installing Linux on your computer? Here are the details. Microsoft has released a Linux installation guide. Microsoft has published an installation guide for the Linux operating system, which was released exactly 32 years ago. According to this article, Microsoft has released an installation guide and wizard in an attempt to promote Linux. Users who saw this thought, is there a support package coming for old versions of Windows? Microsoft did not release a statement or a support package. They just released a user guide for Linux, that's all. The answer to the question of how many people around the world continue to live with this operating system is a very small number. But the cash machines you use every day, the kiosks where you buy bus tickets, the machines where you fill up your transport cards, etc., use operating systems such as Windows XP and Linux. These systems are preferred because they are operating systems that have all the pros and cons known in the market, have almost all the bugs fixed, and do not have large system requirements. The most pertinent question to ask here is, does Microsoft want to move the machines that have been using these operating systems for many years to Linux? Although there is no consensus on this issue, Microsoft may want to eliminate operating systems that are now history, although it is not yet clear what the implications will be for organizations such as banks that use such machines. Microsoft's desire may be in this direction. Microsoft has finally completed the acquisition of Activision for $69 billion. Microsoft has completed its acquisition of Activision Blizzard in a $69 billion deal. Although the deal was blocked by the UK's Competition and Markets Authority, the CAM's tough stance allayed fears of reduced competition. It showed that the CAMA has set a benchmark for the increasing dominance of big tech, not only in the UK but in other countries as well. This acquisition will allow Microsoft to become even stronger in the mobile gaming market. According to analysts, Microsoft currently generates over $3 billion in mobile revenues, and is expected to further develop its Game Pass subscription service. Windows 12 with subscription coming. Rumors circulated this week that Windows 12 could be a subscription-based release turned out to be about the IoT Enterprise subscription version of Windows 11 available in preview, and had nothing to do with the client version of Windows. It is thought that some of the new features in Microsoft's next version of Windows may require a subscription, but the rumors of a subscription requirement are certainly not true. Cloud-based access is currently available as an enterprise service under the name Windows 365, but Microsoft will reportedly launch Windows 365 for consumers in the future. This means that users will be able to meet their computing needs by subscribing to a Windows. The number of Apple AirTag victims is growing. According to an overseas report, AirTags serve many different purposes. The simplest are a mother who wants to check on her child's whereabouts, a Harley-Davidson owner who wants to prevent his motorcycle from being stolen, and serial killers who want to track their victims. They do it with AirTag, which they buy at the Apple retails to wear. What you need to realize here is how many different ways one of the world's simplest technologies touches people's lives. As you can see, many different people are buying this product and using it for different purposes in their own lives. In a sad report from around the world, many serial killers use AirTag products to track their victims. As a result, Apple has been sued by nearly 40 people who have been stalked. While some have moved to get rid of their stalkers, others have found AirTags hidden in the lining of their bags after hours of searching by obsessed ex-lovers' houses. Apple will file its motion to dismiss with the court on 27 October. There is no information yet on how the court will rule. The only thing that can be predicted is that Apple will use the defense that they make their technologies for people who can think clearly. Spotify cuts back in India. Spotify is restricting some features in India to encourage free users to switch to the company's premium service. Free users will no longer be able to play songs in order, repeat songs, or access previous songs. These features will only be available to premium subscribers. However, free users will still be able to listen to their favorite artists and continue to play albums and playlists. Spotify says these changes have been made due to the maturity of the market. Spotify is the most popular music platform in India with a 26% in market share. The Spotify premium subscription in India starts at Rs7 per day and offers ad-free music listening and 30-song downloads on mobile devices. A monthly subscription of Rs 119 allows you to download 10,000 songs across 5 devices. Battery capacity. A team of researchers at Dalhousie University has discovered a simple and inexpensive way to extend the life of smartphone and laptop batteries. The researchers found that the polyethylene terephthalate tape used to hold lithium decotery to self-discharge. The team, led by PhD student Anu Adamson, found that using polypropylene tape instead solved the dissolution problem. Pop tape costs the same as PET tape, so there is no additional cost to manufacturers. The research team found that battery life was extended by up to 10% and self-discharge was reduced by up to 70% in batteries with tape. This discovery shows that a simple change has the potential to extend the life of smartphone and laptop batteries. NASA's first crewed Starliner flight. NASA has reportedly set a date for the first crewed flight of Boeing's Starliner spacecraft. Mark Nappy, Boeing's Starliner manager, said the team is aiming to have the spacecraft ready in March. However, no launch date has been set. This mission is an important step for Boeing, as some of the Starliner's missions in the past have not gone as planned. The first uncrewed test flight was planned for 2017, but had to be postponed due to various problems. During the first flight in 2019, the capsule failed to reach orbit around the International Space Station. However, after much effort, all the problems were solved and Starliner reached the space station in 2022 on an unmanned test flight. Now all that remains is the actual mission, which is a manned voyage. Artificial intelligence chatbots from Meta. Meta launched 8 chatbots last month, making 28 of them available to users. These chatbots are built on the company's open-source Llama 2 language model and can connect to the internet via Bing and access up-to-date information. Each bot has its own personality, and Meta offers the ability to interact with different bots to talk about different bots. These chatbots include bots based on celebrities, and Meta pays for these bots to resemble the celebrities' personalities and provide an entertaining experience. At the moment, the bots can only communicate via text, and a real face meeting is not possible. For example, a one-on-one meeting with Tom Brady is not possible. Instead, users can send messages to celebrities. Yes, we've come to the end of this week's episode. Don't forget to follow Kozan Frequency and like our podcast. See you next time.